We're the giants of Africa.
I don't think there's any country in Africa that is inferior and one is a giant. Y'all can sing. Y'all don't have electricity still. Yeah. Do you have a national carrier? We have Kenya Airways. You have?
Nigeria, the reason why we do not have electricity is beyond.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Civic TV, your home of infotainment. So guys, there's been this debate that has been ongoing for the longest time about, between Kenya and Nigeria, who is better, who is bigger, and really, there's nothing. Of course, we all know Nigeria is the giant of Africa, is the biggest country in Africa in terms of population. But of course, Nairobi is the capital city of Africa. We all know that as well. So this discussion is not about to end, ladies and gentlemen. Nigerians, I see what you're doing right there. And bad governance. Yeah, man, it's doing good. I think 6th day today or 7th day, thereabout. Let's keep going. But beside that, of course, the reason why we are doing this video today is like what you saw in the intro of the video. There's a conversation that has been ongoing between Kenyans and Nigerians on, who is better, rather which country is better than the other. So that is a kind of conversation that we want to put to a close today, ladies and gentlemen. And so here we go. Let's just check out the video first to build perspective, and then from there we can commence and proceed with the video. So
we're the giants of Africa.
I don't think there's any country in Africa that is inferior and one is a giant. Y'all can sing. Y'all don't have electricity still. Yeah. Do you have a national carrier? We have Kenya Airways. You have?
Nigeria, the reason why we do not have electricity is beyond the fact that we cannot do it. If you compare Kenya to Nigeria, how many cities are in Kenya? And how many cities are in Nigeria?
Look at the naira and the shilling. You see, it's good to have cities and everything, but how does it then reflect on your economy and your GDP?
We're huge representatives of Africa and what it brings to the world. When I was doing high school in Spain and people talking to me about Burna Boy, I'm like, what you know about Burna Boy?
Saying Nigeria has the best music, I do not buy that. What we are supposed to say is Nigerian music is the most hard-working industry in the whole of Africa.
We can see that music is feeding your artists, because many of our artists.
there you have it, guys. So you've watched the video, right? What do you think of the views that the people have shared? So this is just a reaction video to that. Of course, there is a whole video on that Cruise YouTube channel that you can actually check out the whole conversation. But now, this is like a reaction video. This video was actually posted by, of course, if you're in Nigeria, you definitely know Tunde Ednut, or Mazi Tunde Ednut. He posted this on his Instagram, and whatever I'm going to do in this video is just sample reactions from his post, because a lot of Nigerians reacted. A few Kenyans who happened to come across the post also reacted. They commented, and those are the comments that we're actually going to read. So upon the post going up, one of the commenters or the Instagrammers did this. So he commented, imagine comparing Nigeria, a country with a population of 230 million citizens without foreigners or investors, which is also rich in oil production, to a country with just 55 million citizens that only depends on agriculture. But it's the only country in the world that produced the first American president, the only country when electricity goes off, it's breaking news globally, even on the CNN and BBC. Nigerian entertainment industry surpassed our industry, that is Kenyan industry, just because of the population and because most Nigerians like working from home on their laptops and phones while listening to their own music, while Kenyans only get a chance for such after hustle while on TikTok. Proudly Kenyan. So this is one of the commenters by the name Slavadon. So another one came by, is called by the name Michael. He said, if you like they better in reality, if you reach argument, we go still win. Now only us fit insult ourselves. So is a Nigerian is basically saying, Nigerians win in everything. Another one says, now electricity be everybody's first punchline. So it's like everybody always talks about electricity being the main challenge of Nigeria, but everything else is good besides electricity. Further, let's keep going on with these reactions. So another reaction is Assumpta says, defended while acknowledging areas of weakness. We are proud of our boys. So basically, this is a Nigerian, and he says the Nigerian people the Nigerian team was actually defending very well. And another one says, Kano State big pass Kenya, and only tear gas Kenya sabi smoke. Really? You are saying that the only thing that we know to smoke is tear gas, but we like know nothing? Man, I think that is harsh, right? I mean, that's harsh, very, very harsh. There's a joke here. Another one says, we don't have electricity, but we have gwangwangwangwa. Case closed. Have you had that challenge? Gwangwangwangwa. Yeah, man. So, Kenya versus Nigeria, or Nigeria versus Kenya. The story continues. Another one says, Kenya is a state in Nigeria. Really? Of course, Kenya has 55 million people. Nigeria has more than 230 million people. Nigeria is way bigger. But then again, I don't know. I'm just sampling reactions. I'm not reacting myself. So you'll get, if you feel like reacting, get to the comment section and let's check out those reactions. And then another one, of course, says Kenya passed Niger in terms of smoking of tear gas. Same thing. It's a different reactor, but it's same comment that we've just sampled. And then another one says Kenya is better, far better and greater than Nigeria. Simple. But of course, it not state the reasons why he or she feels that Kenya is better than Nigeria. So, Vic Billion 8 says, it hurts to see that every African nation is quick to criticize Nigeria. They always want to bring us down and devour us, but the truth remains, if we weren't truly great in everything or better in most, you wouldn't come with hate speech. Hate speech for us. Why do you poke fun at countries like Ghana? Why not poke fun at countries like Ghana, Mali, and Niger, or Niger? No, you are all interested in Nigeria's topics. You want to see, talk, and comment. Well, we give you something to talk about. We are the generator republic, overpopulated with a struggling naira. But all of these won't last long because we'll come out stronger. Mark my words, in a few years, all these stories that you bring up will be stale because we will fight to eradicate bad leadership, and our country will be loving, sane, and great. We have it all. God has blessed us, but we know our problems just like you do. We ought to be an example to other African countries. I love Nigeria, and even though I'm not happy at the situation, I'm blessed to be a Nigerian. I'll never pray to be Kenyan. That is Vic Billion 8. Hey, she hates Kenya with a passion, right? And then another one said, Tinubu, come and hear the insults they are giving us. That is pretty giftish. So she was calling upon the Nigerian president to come out and hear, how people are insulting them. City, or rather, Kami Damsel says, Nigerians will laugh when you still beat your chest comparing yourselves with us Kenyans. We agree your country is rich, but with Momo citizens. Fight for your country to be stable first. We use generator for fun. Man, this is a big shame. A country that is just like two states in Nigeria now challenging Nigeria. Our leaders turn us to a laughing stock to other countries. Man, I really feel like, hey, you guys have really decided, you know what? We must hit you Kenyans by all means. Then someone should tag Tinubu to this post. Another one says, so Nigeria fit no win World Cup, but you see arguments they bonus with Amni. Oh man, I'm not able to read that language. It's a lot of pidgin. Billionaire King Isaac says, let's be honest, Nigerian economy is still better than Kenya. I was in Nairobi. They have constant light, yes, but the price of goods here is more higher. That is in Nigeria. And I can confidently tell you that constant light in Kenya is in 6 cities. That is Nairobi, Mombasa, Kisumu, and a few more cities. And Nigeria was number 1 in African GDP for over 20 years, and Kenya is at number 7. So Nigeria is the most populated black nation in the world, 240 million people. So they are no longer 230 million as I thought. Most populated nation in Africa. Yeah, and 6th most population in the world. God bless Nigeria. So that is the reaction from that billionaire King Isaac. And then of course another one says, Nigeria government just they let children they see as finish. And how I see finish, what does see finish mean? Drop a comment in the comment section so that I get to know what see finish means, right? Maybe we can go to the last reaction. One says, not only music wanna get, even the music safe, don't they turn noise. I can't really understand it, but I think these are Nigerians saying that the only thing that Nigerians have is music, but the music has started to become noise right now. Another one says, small nyash they shake. Also, it's like Kenya is a small nyash and it's now shaking, trying to compete with the big wigs, you know what? And then another one says, hey, just tell anyone who cares to listen, Nigeria youth are the smartest, most intelligent, most traveled, most educated, and most hardworking dudes in Africa. Really? Kenyans, come to the comment section, man. Tell them, is it true? This is your mama country version. Okay, I think I was talking about Kenya. God bless Nigeria. So those are just reactions, and then maybe finally we can see one says there was a reason why we were called Giants of Africa, and it's quite simple. It's basically past glory. How we gave other countries aid, supported their fights against colonialism, and also supported their fight against rebellion in their own countries. Those are some of the reasons why, which could have made us, be mentioned as Giants of Africa. So these are Nigerian basically saying, or rather wondering, why at some point they were really the Giants of Africa. They were doing everything well and everything in a big way, and it's like now things have actually changed. And then of course someone says, the few seconds clip is so inspiring. I love when others call us out. It is not a case of they don't like us, but do we like ourselves? I need to watch this. So he's saying, stop looting and stealing everything. It's indeed enough. And then of course another Nigerian, Charles FX, says, not only politicians they spoil this country's name. If not, who Kenyan we go they follow Nigeria they drag nyash. Okay, I don't really fully understand everything he says, but basically it makes sense that it's politicians that are actually letting them down. So these are just reactions. As I said, it was a reaction video. I don't really want to weigh in to say, oh, Kenya is better than Nigeria. We have electricity. We have cleaner cities. Oh, a functioning government. Nah, nothing. I'm not commenting anything about our tourism, about our athletics champions and all that, how we are winning in Paris, whatever Olympics. I'm not weighing in any way. Neither am I going to talk about Nigeria's generator power, light issues, government instability and all that. I'm not going to mention anything. I was just reacting to this video based on the small video that I introduced us to as we were opening, or rather as we were beginning this video. So you can put in your comment between Kenya and Nigeria, who is doing better at the moment, who deserves that title of Giant of Africa. Man, more stories will follow. This was just a reaction video to kind of jumpstart us as we get to put up more content. So stay tuned, more content coming up. We are doing a review of Ghana versus Kenya. It's coming up. A lot of Ghanaians have been reaching out asking, we need to know, you need to do a comparison of Ghana versus Kenya. We need to know how we are faring against you guys. So that will be coming up. Stay tuned. Keep it Savik TV. Peace out. And bad governance, Nigerians. Bye-bye.